So back to the latest instalment of the Range Rover project. I've got a split airbag. I discovered it this morning because the car was kneeling down on one side. When I tried to raise it up, I could hear air coming out. There's the split there. It's just literally just pouring out. You can see the actual cords of the stitching inside the airbag that are exposed there. So took it off, and it took about 20 minutes to get this off. Actually, much quicker than I thought. Now I'm going to whip off the top nut here and take the airbag off the strut. I don't think the strut is in bad nick. So let's get the that off. That's not turning, so handy. Oh, there you go. Now off comes the nut. There's a washer there that the damper bolts onto. That's what the mass damper bolts into. And then what you're supposed to do here apparently is turn this upside down and then strike it with a rubber hammer to dislodge this star lock washer here. Let's see if that works. There it goes. There's that flown off goes there. That's in poor condition. I have to replace that. Oh, there goes the airbag. So now I just have to apparently just knock this off. I don't know how we're going to do that because that feels like it's quite reasonably stiff on the. There it goes. That was a bit easier than I thought it was going to be. So there's the damper itself. Looks like it's in reasonable condition actually. Surprisingly, I'll give that a bit of a clean. There's a bit of granulated rubber in there, which I guess is probably from this plastic insert here. I'll clean that up. There's no damage, there's no oil leakage around that seal at all. It's bone dry. So I think this strut's alright. This is the original strut. It's got a date on it of 2011. So it's actually, God almighty, I can just about move that. This is one of the variable damper ones. So these are really expensive. So I'm not going to replace it unless I absolutely have to. It isn't leaking. There is some dampness there, but I think that's quite normal on these. If it's full of oil, then it'd be in real bother. But I don't think that's in bad condition at all. So I'm going to leave that as it is for now. It looks like it's still serviceable. The airbag itself obviously is toast. Oh, get that right out of there. What have we got here? I'll leave them in place, those washers, because that way then I'll know which way they go back. Because I've got to wait a couple of days for the airbags to come, in which time I might have forgotten what order the components go back in. So if I leave them as they come apart, I can use this as reference when the new bags come. I think this, I guess this bit must come with it because there's like a swivel joint there. That doesn't look like it comes off somehow because there's a bearing there. So I think that's going to be part of the new bag assembly. I can't see how you'd separate that off. I guess we'll see when it comes. Hopefully it should have that bearing in it. They didn't actually look all that bad. These got a bit of surface rust on them, but you know I didn't think that it would go. And I just changed the CV boot on the other side. It just so happens that I've replaced the CV boot on a completely different side of the vehicle, and then get the car back on the road the next day. The bag split. So it's just it's just one of those things. There's the split again, which I showed you before. It's just unfortunate. One of those things, I guess. So get my two new bags. I haven't taken the other side off yet. This is the near side, so the passenger side. I'll strip the other side off perhaps when the bag comes, because it didn't take very long to get it off at all. Just the two bolts here and here, and tap them out really carefully. I had to use my gun on the nut side, on the bolt side, sorry, to loosen the bolt off because it was actually seized in place. I got them off. Take the damper off the top, undo the wiring, and then there's 3 nuts on the top that you undo. And then the whole thing just basically comes out. It's really straightforward. The only thing I forgot to do was the drop link. I forgot to undo that first of all, and then what happened is it was really difficult to get it out. So I had to tap it out with a rubber hammer. But it all came out reasonably easy. It was easier to take apart than I actually thought it would be. So I reckon 20 minutes from jacking the car up to getting this thing off the car. So not that long at all. It's actually really well thought out the way it comes off. I just hope that the bags come when I expect them to. This is Friday. Hopefully they're coming on Tuesday, and I can get the car back together then.